Okay, YouTube, it's May 1st. I'm gonna try to do a video every day. That's one of my goals. I look crazy right now, but it's the day before Serenity's birthday, and we finna get into the story about really what happened. Like, how did Serenity come into our lives? Okay, like it is a crazy story, but tomorrow is her birthday, so I'm a little bit emotional. I'm on live right now talking, so it's 1:14 in the morning, so my anxiety is high, and you know, um, I've been trying to get ready for Serenity's birthday all day yesterday. But it's tomorrow, so it's May 1st, like I said, 2023, and we're gonna get this YouTube stuff popping. We almost at 1K on YouTube, so I really appreciate those who have subscribed, liked, commented, all type of stuff. So anyways, this is the video of how Serenity came into our lives, so kind of buckle up and be prepared. All right. All right, so thank you. These my only glass. I had two pair of glasses, but I don't know what happened to the other ones. They were like colorful kind of light, but I need to go to the eye doctor. Once I get some Medicaid popping, definitely I'm gonna go get this shit situated. It's already on my goals in my notebook. I started today with the letter to God and was just thanking him and just getting me this far. I'm not where I want to be, but I know that I'm where I'm supposed to be. You know, I want to be where God wants me to be. I know I've said this before and I'll say it plenty times again, because he has kept me covered. He has kept my kids covered, and there is no other protection, love, and safety, whatever, however you want to call it, like no other, you know. So, I'm blessed. Like, it is taking me a little bit longer to get where I want to be, but definitely trusting the process. Definitely, I'm trusting the process. So, anyways, so I'm recording right now, so we finna get into the story so I can get this one video out the way. Because I'm gonna try to do a video every day. I am. For the month of May, I'm about to do my stuff. All right? And y'all gonna come on this journey with me. And I'm excited because I love y'all and I really so. Anyways, I might need a little water because it's about to be a story. So yeah, hold on. Give me a second. Straight laughing at her dreams. You laughing, mommy? Y'all hear Serenity laughing in her dreams? I think my sister playing with her in her dreams. It'd be so funny. For the month of May, a video a day. Yes, Lord. Okay, excuse me. Okay, so this is what went down, okay? And I think I've kind of explained a little bit before on my videos. I don't go back on my YouTube videos and watch any videos, honestly, because if I watch it and I see something I don't like, I will delete it. I will. Like, ew, like, I kind of cringy when I see myself, like, on camera, like, on video. It's kind of, like, cringy. But anyway, so let me just go back to where... Oh, shit, Benzo. Let me go back to where... So, I was actually trying to have a child. This is in 2020. And so after I had adopted Journey, like, it was already, like, been said into the universe that, you know, I wanted to, like, you know, have a baby, you know. I wanted to give Journey, like, a sibling, you know, whoop-de-whoop. And I met this one person. He was in the Navy. Hush it, Benzo. Benzo was in heat, you guys, so excuse him. Um, and so I met him. He was in the Navy. He was a really cool guy. And, you know, he was just like, we, you know, hung out or whatever. And he just seemed like a really good candidate. You know, I was straightforward from to the jump. Honestly, like, I just want to get this shit over with. You feel me? We can do it the natural way. I'm sorry, you can judge me, judge your mammy. I don't give a fuck. But I'm like, you know, let's just, and he was down with it. He was really nice, gentle, made me feel comfortable. That's the one thing, like, that I required when it came to finding a donor. Like, I want to be comfortable. You know, like, that's the one thing about me. If I can't be myself, if I can't be comfortable, I don't want to come. I don't want to be near you. I don't want to go nowhere, like, with you. Like, I like to be myself. I'm not saying I'm this weird psychotic person, but I have a gentle soul, and it's like, I have a personality where it's like, I just kind of want to be surrounded with that same energy. You get what I'm saying? So I kind of sound sophisticated. Anyways, so we had a set date that we were going to get things popping, da da da. And I remember the day before. This is the day before I got the call about Misha having a baby. So literally that night, he had told me. He said they're shipping me to Japan, overnight. Not overnight, but shipping him to Japan, so he was leaving. And so I was just crushed, because if you know, like, if you're like, lesbian, or, trying to have kids yourself, you know that coming across, especially men, I'm being very vulnerable right now. Very vulnerable. Anyways, so it's really hard to come across a guy who cares. Like, and he really cared. Like, he was very adamant. Like, I want to help you, like, start your family. And he's done it before. And he wasn't doing it for money. He was literally doing it out of the kindness of his heart. It's so hard to come across people like that. Seriously, I was literally blessed for God to send me somebody who was like, he was just like too good to be true type shit, but he was really cool, like really cool. And he is in Japan to this day. And we actually have each other on social media, and like he sees me, and he's really like, oh my God, you really like, after that conversation, you really like, God really bless you with the baby to the type shit. But anyways, so when he had texted me that, he was like, my heart was crushed. Because like I said, it's really hard to come across people like that, especially men, okay? And I just knew that I wasn't going to like, I knew I wasn't going to be, that I wasn't going to find anybody like him again. I just knew I wasn't. He was chocolate, tall, So anyways, so he was really cool. So when I had got that text, I was literally like, just kind of like heartbroken, low key. And I sat on my toilet. I will never forget this day. I sat on my toilet, and I was in the bathroom. I closed the door, and I cried because, it's like, I was really looking forward. I was really looking forward to it. You get what I'm saying? Like, and so I'm very big on timing. And I was talking to God, and I said, maybe right now, well, I think I was telling myself this, but I was talking to God. I said, maybe right now is not for me. Maybe maybe this didn't go as planned, because maybe my focus just needs to be on journey, and it's crazy. Like, I really said, maybe this is just, this is a time to just focus on journey. And so, I remember I cried about it, and I said, what's for me is for me. And like I said, maybe right now it's just not my time. So I went to bed, and I had got a text message. I said like around 2 o'clock in the morning. I can't remember, but I knew it was when I had just woke up. And my sister hit me on Facebook Messenger, and she had a picture of her like holding a baby. Like, she had snot coming out. Like, Misha had snot coming out her nose, like she was crying. But I was just kind of confused, like, and it was like a white baby she was holding. And I'm just like, who goddamn white baby is this? You feel me? And at the time, I'm just like, I messaged her back. I said, Misha, you just had a baby? She's like, I just had a baby. I had her on the floor. I just had a baby. I had her on the floor. And I was like, Misha, I literally just asked my sister, I say a couple days or a week or two before, I asked her if she was pregnant, because I kept having dreams of her being pregnant. Like, I kept having dreams of fishes. I kept having dreams of, it was just crazy. So I was like, okay, I went back to sleep, but I remember messaging her. I was like, what hospital are you at? Because I wanted to call and make sure. I called them and I said, can you let me know if Misha, I was like, can you let me know if Misha Wilson just had a baby? And they were like, yes, ma'am, she did. Da, 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 da. And I said, what the fuck? And so at the time, Misha was messaging me, like, we were like, oh, can you help me pick out a name for her? And so I was like, sure. Like, oh, sure. Because I kid you not, like me, like she told me that she was homeless and all type of stuff. Like, how, like, she said, oh, I didn't know I was pregnant. I'm like, how didn't you know you was? But I used to watch those shows where people really didn't know they were pregnant. So I was just like, okay, like, you feel me? Okay. And so I was kind of confused, like, well, where are you gonna go, like, after the hospital? Like, do you have a place and stuff like that? And so it's just crazy. So we were trying to pick out a name, and at first I said Destiny, and she said, kind of, I kind of like it. I don't know. And I wholeheartedly don't remember who said Serenity first. But I feel like Serenity and Destiny was just like, so that's why I feel like we kind of both came up with the name with Serenity. And I said, give her my middle name, Serenity Nicole. That's cute. So her name was Serenity Nicole Glover. And so it was a thing where all my nieces, Journey didn't get the chance to get my middle name, but Kalei did, and so I was like, well, just get her my middle name, da da da. So she did. And so her name was Serenity Nicole. And so that day, me, Journey, and Monty, which was my, ex-girlfriend at the time, which was my girlfriend at the time, we were actually feeding the homeless. And because Monty used to do Uber Eats and stuff like that. And I remember she came home with KFC. And it was like a big ass bucket of KFC chicken. It had big, large sides of mashed potatoes. And we ended up going to the 99-cent store to get these plates. We already had them, I think, but we had got the plates where you can serve, like, to, people. Like, it was like a plate where you open and close it. Like, so to-go plates. And we just decided to feed the homeless that day. We ended up getting some waters and stuff. We had waters and all type of stuff. And I remember taking pictures of Journey, of her holding the plates. Journey was the only child at the time. It's crazy. And so she was holding the plate, she was cheesing and stuff like that. And I kid you not, I walked out the door. Before I locked my door, I get a call from Misha. No, Misha called me before I walked out the door, and she said, hey, a social worker is going to call you. And that's when she told me that a social worker was going to call me because they found out that she had stuff in her system, and they were just going to call me and ask me some questions. So I said, okay, I'll let you know if they call me. And so when they called me, I was walking out the door, and the social worker name was Diana, I think. And so she was like, hi, Miss Henderson, are you aware that, Misha, Wilson she just had a baby, and she was detected with the baby. How do you say it? They detected that she had and meth and other stuff in her system. And I was like, yeah, she just told me, she just called me, and she just told me that happened. And she was like, well, is there a possibility that we can meet with each other? Is there a possibility we can meet with each other? And at the time, Misha's in Vegas. I'm in California. And I said, well, farting in her sleep. And so Misha was in Vegas, and I said, you know what? Like I said, yeah, like I don't mind driving. You feel me? That's like a 4 hour drive, you know. Um, and you know, I haven't seen my sister in a long time. Journey hasn't seen her mom in a long time, so I'm like, why not? Like this is perfect. Let Journey meet her baby sister. Da da da. And so just and I told her, we can come. And so we set up a time and a date, and we were going to meet up at the baby daddy's sister house. This is his stepsister's house, I believe. I'm not too sure. But we was going to meet up at her house. So we ended up getting a hotel and stuff like that. We went out there, and when we were going out there, my intentions were, okay, just to, check on her and the baby. At the time, it was COVID, though. COVID literally happened on my birthday, which was March 20th. Like, they shut everything down. They was really, like, serious about shit. And so, COVID happened, so I wasn't able to go to the hospital and go see the baby and stuff like that. But I remember taking my sister to the hospital to go see her baby and stuff like that. But anyways, we had that meeting or whatever. We went down there. Journey ended up seeing Misha, and it was a little bit awkward. Right, March 19th. Yeah, like it was a little bit awkward because like I didn't really know how Journey like felt. Like I know like, oh, okay, see my mom. Like cuz Journey at that time wanted to know about Misha. Like she wanted to be involved. Like she knew like Misha was her mom, and like she was kind of like she wanted that relationship. And so I remember when we had the meeting, I'll get to that. When we had the meeting, the social worker was basically saying, my emotions were kind of like running high because when I first saw my sister, I cried because she didn't look like the Misha that I knew. So that kind of stuff kind of messes up your body, and like Misha had big titties back then. She didn't have those big titties no more. You get what I'm saying? So it was like that she was just really really skinny. Like holiday heart like type shit. You feel me? Like you know. So it was a lot of my emotions were kind of like running high and stuff, but I wanted to be strong for Journey. So we met at the house or whatever. It was awkward. Like I said, I haven't seen her in so long. Journey was right beside me. She was sitting with Misha actually. And so finally when the social worker came, the social worker said, so we're all here today, basically because we all know that um we we all know that I'm sorry. We all know that, Misha can't take the baby from the hospital. And so I was like, okay, and they were like, well, we're looking for possible options before we take over type shit. And so at the time too, she was saying like, well, on the birth certificate, Jamisha put that the baby was Native American. And so they were saying like how, if the baby did belong to a tribe, that it will go to the Native American courts. And they, it I can't really remember everything that was said, but I just remember that, like it was a possibility where they could have, like, the Native American courts could have taken over if she was a part of a tribe. So they were trying to figure that out in the meeting as well, because they wouldn't have no say so. If she was a part of a tribe, like DCFS said, it have no say so, and where to put the baby, it will literally have to go to the Native American court. So, but they were still doing their job, because you can say you from somewhere, but is you really from somewhere? Like you have proof. So because the baby daddy family is Native American, so yeah, the tribe gets higher power. Is crazy. And so, yeah, so the baby daddy's family was like, yeah, we'll take her. I said, because I offered, I said, I can take her. Like, it's nothing. Like, she'll be with her sister and stuff. But I knew Misha, like, she still has some type of rights over her kid. And I'm pretty sure what it's going to be. I knew Misha was going to go get drug tested and stuff because that's what they told her that she needed to go do. Go get drug tested. Her and her baby daddy go do classes and stuff like that. And I thought they were going to do that. And so I agreed. I was like, well, that's cool. Like, as long as the baby is safe and stuff, like, if, and then Misha would still have some type of contact with the baby. And so the baby daddy's family, like, this is his stepsister. And we're really cool. Like, to this day, we're really, really cool. And so, we kind of went from there. I took my sister grocery shopping and stuff like that. And I took her to the hospital to go see Serenity. I wasn't able to go, but she FaceTimed me and I was able to see her. And we were about to leave. Did anything else happen? We were about to leave. Mind you, Serenity was still in the hospital because Serenity was born only 2 pounds, I believe. Like I said, my sister didn't know that she was pregnant. Right. So Misha didn't know that she was pregnant and literally had her on the floor type shit. Like, it was crazy. But anyways, yeah, so we were about to leave. I dropped my sister off at an address she told me to drop her off at, and she was like, I told her, I'm like, let me know if you need anything. I took her to get hygiene products and stuff and all type of stuff. It's gonna take me into the woods, yeah. So, so basically, yeah. So we were leaving. We were literally, it was me, Benzo, Monty, and Journey, and we were leaving. And I remember how my AC stopped working because it was so fucking hot. Like, even Benzo's paws were like hot on the floor, like, type shit. Like, it was super hot out there. And I remember getting a call from Miss Diana, and Miss Diana said, Miss Henderson, I said, Monty, pull over. Because I'm thinking, like, something happened. And so we pulled over and we was talking. Miss Diana said, well, his sister, well, stepsister, whatever, her and her boyfriend decided to turn getting Serenity down. It's either you come get her or we have to take her into our custody. And I said, no, you're not. I said, no, you're not. I said, I'm on my way. Where do you want me to meet you? And I met her at we met her at this, at some place where we were supposed to get something notarized or some shit like that. Like, Misha, she wasn't up for it. And we had to talk Misha into signing the paper because she was really acting like dumb. Like, it's literally like she almost, let me tell y'all something. If it wasn't for us, like, especially Monty, I'm so thankful for Monty too, because Monty was telling her, like, you're really gonna sit here and not let your sister get custody of your baby because you're gonna sit here and let them take her because you want to be close to her. You rather have her in foster care where it's going to be hard to get her back because once a baby goes into foster care, like, it's going to be so hard to get them back. That's with any child. But with a baby, come on now. A newborn, golden child, come on now. And she was like, just acting dumb. I'm sorry. I love Misha, but we just having a story time. I know you can watch my videos, but she was acting real dumb, and so it was pissing me off and shit. At one point, I was like, well, I don't know. Like, we can't sign this paper without her type shit because she still has rights over her child. And so she ended up finally signing the papers or whatever. And so that was for the 3 months. So we got 3 months, I'm like, Misha, it's only for 3 months. Once 3 months is over, you can come get her. Like, as long as you do what you have to do, you can come get your child. And the crazy thing about it is, I told Misha, I said, come with me. I said, Misha, you will have a roof over your head. You know I will take care of you. I will help you. Misha, come with me. This is the thing. I had just adopted Journey. So I'm literally kind of like putting my life on the line in a way because I knew that was something that I knew that we all weren't ready for. But I'm like, I want you to be with your child. And they'll give you the opportunity to be with Journey. You get what I'm saying? Like, we gonna have to set some boundaries because Journey mine. Okay? You know, but, and it's crazy now that I think about it. Now that I think about it, that wasn't, wow. Now that I think about it, the fact that this was the second time that Misha fucked up being with her kids, because, do y'all hear me? Like, am I making sense? I literally moved closer to her for her to be close to her children, not realizing that I gave her that opportunity when Serenity was born. You get what I'm saying? So it's crazy. Like, I told Misha, I said, come with me. She didn't want to leave her man. Let's just be honest. She didn't want to leave him. You know, and stuff, drunk, will make, wish she, like, she really feel like, never mind, let me shut up. Let me not say that. So anyways, right. But it's the fact that I told Misha to come with me, and she did not come. So when the time came to go pick up Serenity, I remember the stepsister, she made a GoFundMe for Serenity, and she made a post about Serenity, and she knew connections, and everybody was dropping stuff at her house and all type of shit. Like, she was real fucking cool. Her name is Diamond. And I think I'm gonna, like, message her. I'm gonna message her when I get off of here, because I'm about to get emotional. Like, she came through for Serenity. Like, although she knew she couldn't take care of Serenity, she still stepped up. And I have to message her after this video, because now that I think about it, you really came through for my baby, you know. So this is where it's gonna get really, so excuse me, it's gonna get really emotional. So I remember somebody had dropped off a what's it called? A car seat. And when they told me that, no, actually, this is what happened. We ended up going back home, and we had to set up. We was cleaning. I made a post on Black San Diego. Oh my God! So I made a post on Black San Diego, and I told them, I said, look, like, I told them the situation. I was like, I need, if anybody got any hand-me-downs and something, because I literally only had like a day or two. You get what I'm saying? So they called me and told me that, she was ready to be picked up. And so, he went home, and I kid you not, this is when COVID happened. When I tell you God is good, bro, the whole community came together. The whole community came together for me. Well, not for me, but, when I tell you people were dropping stuff off, I'm talking about brand new stuff. My mentor came through, bought me a whole brand new ass, expensive ass stroller. Like, I didn't even know how to put that motherfucker together. People were dropping stuff off, like Pampers. I had pull-ups. I didn't have to buy, not pull-ups, I didn't have to buy Pampers until Serenity turned at least one. Or, yeah, one and a half. I even brought those Pampers over to Florida when we moved. Like, I shipped it, and people came through. Like, it was just so crazy, because I'm so about community. I'm so about giving back. I'm so about, and it's just to see that's love. Like, that's love. You feel me? And it was so overwhelming, because I'm telling you, I was getting stuff left to right. People were dropping stuff off in front of my apartment. It was fucking crazy. Like, people was really, like, coming through for my baby. You feel me? And so, we had got that call to go pick her up. We picked her up. I let Misha spend some time with her, hold her and stuff. And I'm like, Misha, it's time. You gonna come? Misha did not come. Misha did not come. And so we went. We drove back to California, and I remember Serenity was in her little car seat and did so perfect. And I remember the doctor telling us how, oh, she's going to have mental delay problems. She's probably not going to be talking and walking on time because she has shit in her system. And so he was low-key scaring me because I'm like, I don't have any type of experience in this, But I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, anything is possible. Like, I'm going to do whatever it takes to keep my family together. Family wasn't always about me growing up, but I'm going to be the one. I'm going, like, how you have, yeah, y'all know how they say grandmas are the glue to the family? Bitch, I'm gonna be that aunt. I'm gonna be that glue. I'm gonna be that aunt that kept the family together. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it's gonna be. Like, I made that choice to stop. Like, I wanted to stop with me. I didn't want it to continue on. I don't, you know? So, yeah, I remember we brought her home and we literally had everything we needed down to a crib. She didn't sleep in it, but and Serenity was the most perfect baby. Like, she went to sleep. Like, and that's why I'm scared to have another one, because I feel like I'm not gonna get another baby like Serenity. I'm not. I know I'm not. So, throughout that time, Misha, she would call me, like, cussing me out, like, just, she was on that shit. So it's like, it didn't really faze me, but it's like, what really fazed me was she would have those moments where she would be like, oh, Brianna stole her from me, and that's my baby, that's my kid. Like, she was talking about Journey, and like, she was saying, fuck Brianna, this, that, and the third. I'm like, Misha, you don't mean that. But she was like, yes, the fuck I do. And that would get me heated. Like, it would get me heated because you're not gonna keep speaking on my motherfucking sister like that. Okay? Like, you're not gonna, because when it comes to Brianna, no. Because Brianna was literally, I feel like Brianna was going to be the one to keep the family together. You get what I'm saying? It's like she passed the throne to me. Because if it wasn't for Brianna, Journey would have been adopted. Journey wouldn't be here. She wouldn't be here. You get what I'm saying? And I think I've explained it on some of my other videos how my sister ended up getting Journey, and it's just crazy. But anyways, yeah, so that's pretty much the story. Any questions? What else? As you guys think of any questions from my YouTube video, let me know. But in the midst of it all, there was just, like I said, there were a lot of boundaries that I wanted to keep, like, as far as, like, I didn't want to, like, I would kiss Serenity. I would kiss on her forehead. But, like, I feel like at the time, I didn't give her all of me because I knew that if I did and my sister got her back, it would have hurt me. I was going to say hurted. Hurted is not a fucking word, okay? So anyways, I knew it would hurt me. And I always try to refrain from heartbreak. I always try to refrain if something's going to hurt my feelings and stuff. But, and then Journey was such a good sister. And now that I think about it, what makes me so emotional is that, like I said, I was trying to have a kid. And I remember sitting on the toilet, okay? The toilet is my thinking pot. I remember sitting on the toilet and I said, God, maybe this is just not for me right now. How, like, at the time I didn't know that I was going to bring a baby home. Like, when my sister called me about the baby, I didn't think about bringing the baby home, no, nothing. You get what I'm saying? I went to Vegas in the intentions of making sure she was good. Her and the baby was good. I had bought stuff or whatever, I gave it to her and everything. And it's just, it never crossed my mind, you know? But now when I think about it, like, timing, I really do believe in timing. Timing is everything. It's everything, literally. Like, it's everything. Like, it is crazy how, it's just crazy how, it's just crazy. I don't know how else to explain it. Like, I did not know, like, it's crazy. I literally told God, I said, maybe my time. When you think about it, God didn't let that happen because it was already planned. It was already in His will. It was already in my path. It was already planned. Like, girl, you're about to have a dog. You're about to have a baby. You're just not. You're just not gonna go through the labor of pains and however y'all call it. So, yeah. So the question is, so when did you feel comfortable saying she's yours? Oh, dang. Um, I don't know because I want to be honest. I'm such a transparent, honest person, and I'm not saying I'm perfect when I say I'm honest, but I just expect the same from other people. But anyways, um, everything came so naturally. Everything came so naturally, and I can't put a date on it, but I just know even with her calling me mom, everything came so naturally. And that's how I want my household. I want my kids to be themselves. I want them to believe in they can do anything they put their mind to. Like, you can be whoever you want to be. You get what I'm saying? Like, I want it to be so organic, so natural. You know, like, be who you want to be. You know, I want every, like, even with Journey, like, everything came so natural. Like, it just, I'm just blessed. Like, I'm just blessed that things went the way they did, you know, because you have those cases where those adoptive stories where it's like they hate you, you know, like we didn't do anything to them, you know, we didn't do anything to them, but it's like if you think about it, it's like, let me say this. Let me give some advice really quick. Let me say this. It gets better. When I first got Journey, everything was not peaches and cream. I thought it would be, because I'm like, I'm TT. She know me. She know, you know. Everything was not peaches and cream. Okay, I'm talking about Journey would try to fight me. She would. I remember crying. I closed my bathroom door, and I was crying. I think this made me like a week after I got her. So now she's kind of like, you know, well, she kind of realized, well, why the fuck do I have to go to bed at this time? Like, you know, like this is TT's house. Like, who does she think she is? She's not my mom, you know. And so, she was, you know, just behavior problems, like really bad. She had behavior problems, and so, and I remember having to leave school every day to go pick her up. Miss Henderson, she's tearing the walls down. Miss Henderson, can you please come get your daughter? Miss Henderson. So, um, I want to say that it gets better. Like, if you think about it, all these kids need is love. And we talk about tough love. It's okay to give tough love. It's okay. That's what they need. But don't forget the love. Okay? Oh, I really really got my meditation fingers up, okay? Don't forget the love, time, and patience. They just want to know that you're here to stay, you know? Right. That's all she needed. Journey is so freely herself with me. Like, I am literally somebody's safe place. I never had that. And I always told myself that's something I want to give to my kids when I have children. You know, never did I ever think that my nieces will be my kids. I never thought that. But if you think about it, you know, it's crazy. But like I said, it gets better. Like, I know I don't want to sit on here and say that this is for everybody, because it's not. Like, and it's okay. Like, if you can't do it, if you know wholeheartedly you can't do it, it's okay. It is okay. Like, I never sit here on my platform and say, "Oh, if your sisters or brothers or nieces and nephews or cousins, they go to foster care and you don't try to get them, you're weak as fuck." No, I would never say that, because my thing is, if I knew, it's really about what's best for the kids. It's what's best for them. If I knew I wholeheartedly was not best for my kids, you get what I'm saying? Like, and I knew that, maybe at some point somebody else can give them what I couldn't. Like, if I wholeheartedly felt that, like, I would express that, and I would make sure that, okay, they have a home to go to. Like, they have a good home to go to. Like, there's other ways where you can show up, you know? Yeah, like, there's other ways for you to show up. Like, I'm so, like, it is okay, and don't feel bad about it. Do not feel bad about it. Like, do not feel bad about it. And so, definitely, I'm sorry. It says, yeah. But yeah, Journey's been through some shit. Like, I would say more than Calais, but Journey's been through some stuff, and that's another story for another day. But timing, I'm telling y'all, timing is everything. It's crazy. I would have never pictured that. It never crossed my mind that I would be where I am today. And all those times where I grew up, like when I was in foster care, when I was in group homes, and I just wanted to give up, there was always this little voice saying, like, I remember I tried to unalive myself. I do. It was in my group home. It was at Marybelle. Okay, it was at a Catholic group home. I remember, and I tried to, you know, So, I just remember that tiny voice saying, "It's not your time. Like, just hold on." Like, and just hold on. And literally, when I think back at this very moment, I think back, there was a reason. This was the reason. This was the reason. This was the reason. So, I'm literally like, my life is low key like a movie, because it's low key like, it's crazy and it's beautiful. Like, I think our story is very beautiful. Like, it was me, Misha, and Journey. Me, Misha, and Brianna. I literally have like a Misha, a me, and a Brianna. Like, if you think about it, like, it might sound a little weird, but I literally have a little me, little Misha, and a little Brianna. You know, like, that's crazy. I did not know. Like, I remember telling them, I said, yeah, I'm not gonna let them be in foster care. I would never let that happen. I remember telling her, I'm not having no kids. Y'all had the babies. I'm gonna be the auntie. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. But it's like, if you think about it, sorry, like, it's like, and it's just me. Like, you know, I mean, I tried to pull Misha back into the picture, but, you know, like, yeah, I wanted to be the rich auntie, but, you know, the love is better. I'm rich in love. I'm rich in love. So, I might have to put that on a sweater. I'm rich in love, and I'm so blessed. And I'm so blessed that my kids get to experience what having a village is like, for real. I really wish that I shared my story before, that I'm like, you know, because when I went to Alaska, those were some scary times, and I was so alone. Nobody showed up. Nobody showed up. When I think about it, who would have showed up? Like, who did I really have that was gonna show up? Like, besides Misha, like, I would have thought she would have showed up. She didn't. And it is what it is. But yeah. But I'm gonna end this YouTube video. And if anybody have any questions, you know, just kind of ask me in the comments, I guess. Yes, Alaska is just cold and depressing. Like, it's like when it gets cold, I don't like it when it gets cold because it reminds me of Alaska, honestly. When it gets too cold, when it rains, it reminds me of Alaska. And yeah, so that's the story of Serenity. And I will be adopting her this year. It wouldn't change anything. It'll just be like all rights are mine and her last name, basically. And I plan on not changing Journey's last name, but hyphenating my last name. So it'll be Wilson Henderson. I don't want to change Journey's last name because I feel like that's another story for another day. But yeah, so let me stop talking. So yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know if y'all have any questions. So I hope it wasn't a boring story or like I didn't bore nobody to death because I think this is a long video. Oh shit, almost an hour video. No, 45 minutes. So it's many stories to come to tell. Thank you. I'm about to go check on them right now. Look at my clothes right now. But yeah, so